So this is the Unreal Air. These are a pair of augmented reality glasses that you can pick up today for around $375. And today we're going to be talking about whether these things are any good or worth picking up at all. So let's get into it. So the way these things work is pretty interesting. There's an OLED panel over here, a 1080p OLED panel with really good OLED quality. And that OLED panel reflects off this prism kind of thing, which is near your eyes, and that's what projects the image into your eyes in stereoscopic. It allows the images to be kind of present in front of you in 3D space. In terms of hardware, there's no battery inside this thing, so you actually have to connect this USB-C cable, which then allows you to plug this into any other USB-C device, and that gives you output to your screen. So pretty much any device that supports USB-C display output is going to work with this thing. So everything happens through this USB-C cable, the display as well as the power. Another couple of interesting things about this, there is an inbuilt speaker over here that sits right above your ear, right around here somewhere. And also there are physical controls at the side of the screen, which allows you to control your brightness, and you've got one button as an action button over here. So that's the physical aspects of the glasses. Now they're quite light. These are the lightest pair of augmented reality or virtual reality headsets that I've worn. I've tried many of them. This one's the lightest and the easiest to kind of carry around. It folds down real compact, and when you're wearing it, it kind of looks like a normal pair of sunglasses. Not exactly, they are a little bulkier than your average sunglasses, but I wouldn't say obscenely. Probably not going to get too many stares if you wear this outside somewhere, because they do look almost like a normal pair of sunglasses. There is one sensor over here which allows it to detect when it's on your face, but there's no camera or sensors in the front anywhere. So this thing is just doing head tracking with the gyroscopic data coming from your movements. So there's no inside-out tracking like some of the newer headsets have in the VR space, or like the HoloLens has. When you open the box, you do get this nice Nreal branded headset case, as well as a little flap where you can store your cable, which is it's a really nice quality case, I must say. These guys have done a pretty good job with build quality. You get the glasses, of course, a USB cable, and you also get this cover, which you can attach to the front of the glasses like this. And then you get more of a VR experience where you can't see through the glasses. And it's quite nice if you want to watch a movie or something like that. You don't want to be disturbed by what's happening around you. You just put these on and you get a more like cinematic VR kind of experience. So after trying them for a couple of days, I have like a mixed feeling about them. There's some things that it does really well, and there's some things that I dislike a lot about it. I'm not sure exactly how to review this thing, but let's just get into the pros and cons. Image quality that you get out of this is fantastic. Like, the quality of the display is amazing. It looks like a high quality OLED 1080p monitor in here. You can't see any pixels or anything like that, so the image quality is fantastic. The blacks are really deep. The image is bright and vibrant. The colors look great. So in that sense, I think one of the better displays that I've seen, especially considering its small size, the image quality is fantastic. But in terms of display, what I don't like is the actual viewing angle that you get within these glasses. So there are two modes that you can use these glasses in. One is where the screen is attached to your face. So imagine the screen is over here in front of me. When I move my head, the whole screen will move with my head. And that's probably the best way to use these glasses. The other mode is the augmented reality mode, where you can have a screen static over here, and as you move around, the screen stays in place. But the problem with it is that the viewing angle of this thing is about so much. It's like a square in front of you. So when you have it in the follow mode, it works fine because you can see the whole screen. When you're looking at an augmented reality mode, you just see this block. So if your screen is here and you look this way, you're only going to be seeing half the screen, which when I tried it with my MacBook Pro, I tried to set up a triple monitor display, which is a really cool thing this thing can do. But I could only see one screen at a time, if at all. Like, most of the time, if I'm looking over here, I'd see half the screen and half that screen. So it wasn't really all that great. Another thing I love about this is that it is so compact and so small, like you can carry this around quite easily. Like this is going to fit in any bag of yours, like no problem. Like, so it's a great thing. But the problem is there's no battery inside this thing. So you have to always tether it to a USB-C device. Now, I don't have too many USB-C devices. The only ones that I have are my MacBooks. My iPhone doesn't work with this. And I tried a couple of other USB-C devices like my Nintendo Switch, or I tried plugging into the USB-C port on my PlayStation 5, and that doesn't work with this. So it does work with the iPad apparently, and most modern flagship Android phones should work fine with this. But I have this Android Redmi 8 phone, and I tried using it with these glasses and it didn't work. And I tried to download the Nebula software, which you need to do to get the whole AR experience on these things. I couldn't download it on this phone. So compatibility wise, but yeah, if your device supports USB-C display output, it should work. Now, Nreal does make this adapter, which is a USB-C to HDMI adapter. So you can connect your glasses to this thing, and then you got a HDMI port. So you can plug pretty much anything that has HDMI support into this. I tried it with my Nintendo Switch. I tried it with the PS5. So it works in that sense. And if you have an iPhone to HDMI converter lightning cable, which I don't have, you can plug that into this, and then you're going to be able to mirror your iPhone to this thing, but no augmented reality support. That's just purely giving you a display. So, there is a solution if you want to plug other HDMI things onto this. So this has its own battery inside it with a charge. So it's using the HDMI input as well as powering the device at the same time. So this is a pretty cool accessory, but this is extra. It doesn't come in the box, and you kind of have to carry this thing around as well if you want to use one of those kind of devices. But if you have like a nice iPad, a newer iPad with USB-C, these things should work great. Now the user experience. So I recently went for a trip, and there is no situation where I would use these glasses over, say, a monitor or a screen. These don't provide a better experience in any way. I tried this with my MacBook Air. I wanted to see if it would give me a bigger screen or like a triple monitor setup directly from my MacBook Air. And it does provide you that. You can get a triple monitor experience using these glasses, but there are a couple of drawbacks. One is that this is limited to 1080p. So for example, my MacBook Air monitor runs at a higher resolution than that. So there's more elements on the screen at the same time. Higher resolution means more pixel density. You can have more things, more windows open on the same size screen. This limits that. The quality of the 1080p is really nice, very usable. You can definitely use a computer screen wearing these glasses for an extended period of time. But if you're used to high resolution screens like the MacBook Air has, then this feels like a little bit of a downgrade. It is a bigger size, but lower resolution. So it doesn't look unclear or anything. It's not like the text is poor quality. Everything looks great and sharp. It's just that you can't put as many things on the same screen size because of the resolution. And when you try the triple monitor setup where it's using the augmented reality thing, I found the tracking to be mediocre. Sometimes just when I was breathing, the glasses would move up and down, causing the whole image to kind of shift, and would give me a headache after some time. So I wouldn't be able to use these for productivity for a long period of time. But yeah, if you want to watch a movie or something like that, these things are fantastic because you do get a large screen experience. You do get amazing colors and the deep blacks of the OLED, and especially if you use this thing and you just want to watch a movie, it's pretty cool because you can just plug this thing into your computer or your phone, put on the movie, and then wherever you look, you can see the screen. It looks like a very cinematic experience. So yes, I would use these for watching a movie. Say if I was on a plane or something like that, this thing would be a great experience, much better than say using an iPad or something like that, because this does give you immersion. Like, you don't feel like there's anything around you. They're lightweight enough, they're comfortable enough, to wear for a movie session for 2 hours or something like that. Apart from that, I don't really see much of a use case for this. Now, if this thing had plugged into my Switch and I could just wear this and do like a large format gaming experience, that'd be amazing. But the Switch doesn't support USB-C display port, so you'd have to use the adapter, which and then you need to use the dock for the Switch, so it doesn't make sense there. I've heard on the Steam Deck it works much better. So if you have a Steam Deck and you're used to that kind of portable gaming, then putting these things on and connecting this to a Steam Deck, I'm sure would be a great experience. But yeah, in my opinion, I don't think you would probably use these that much just because the use case is so limited. But yeah, if you enjoy watching your movies in a larger format experience and you want to, experience that, then these things are great. I think it's a promising product. Like, they could make minor improvements to it, slightly bump up the resolution to make it more productive. Definitely the field of view has to increase. Right now, I think it's like 42 degrees. I think if the visibility was like 60 to 80 degrees versus 42 degrees, I think it would really drastically improve the usability of this thing for productivity. This is a great first gen product from Nreal, and if these things are able to improve a little bit in these key aspects, maybe include inside out tracking inside this so that the tracking is a bit clearer and faster, then I think these things could really be like a game changer. But as the way they are right now, it's a nice novelty item and cool to watch movies once in a while. And that's the use case. So those are my thoughts on the Nreal glasses. If you like this video, hit that like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to watch more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.